It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
And we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Niners and the Hawks.
And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle.
Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Seattle.
This one fielded at the 5.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Rodgers going to the air to start things out.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game that we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. On play action, now Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Rodgers again now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They run it with Carson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And at one point, he announced to the NFL world that he had accomplished everything he needed to and was going to retire, but then reversed that decision. And I think everyone who likes football loves the fact that he's still out there throwing it around and still at the top of his game. In a career that's seen and accomplished just about everything, he figured there's always room to add to that legacy.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Third down.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Brady now to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down is Brady. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Good footwork at the 30. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. DK Metcalf, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now Brady again. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. This complete to Lockett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. On first down, Rodgers. A pass underneath for Carson. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out in the first play to top the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And right side, they're going to go option here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now they'll throw with Brady. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Brady. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Well, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ray McCloud, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Here's Rodgers. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Short. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return will stop right around the 25. So what a turnaround to begin this 2nd half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said at the half, it certainly struck the right chord because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this 3rd quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. Two of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Brady going to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Brady. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel from 8 yards out. And the 49ers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's caught over the middle by Fant. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Rodgers going to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers were running the traditional NFL run trail, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On second down and 4, Rodgers, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught, Lockett. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Rodgers to throw once more. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now it's Carson. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Rodgers again now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Myers' kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
They bottle him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
From the gun, it's Brady.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the 49ers have taken a fourth quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now Gould for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Rodgers now on first down.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers.
Again, it's Carson with another catch.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Rodgers to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
5 plays there on that drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Tom Brady in the offense. Down 31-28. Less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Brady. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Back to throw, Brady. Finding Samuel, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Now Brady. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Brady to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got his big tight end, Fan, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. To throw is Rodgers. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football and probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. He finds some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a little burst right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, when you say, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it. Because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.